America is a scam. I've confirmed it.
America's finished, the UK's finished, France is finished, but here are some countries that...
But the only way you'll ever be happy in life is if you pack your bags and you move so far away from...
All right, America is a scam. I've confirmed it. I spent $5 on a 30-minute Uber across town. I'm meeting friends, going out drinking, and I looked out the window this time, and I'm realizing this whole time, like, I didn't see one Jiffy Lube. I didn't see one AutoZone. And I'm thinking like, oh yeah, because in America, there's almost as many cars as there are people, because it's like impossible to survive without one, because the public transport sucks. And Ubers are no lie, not twice as expensive, like 7 times as expensive as they are out here. And it's sad because I remember when I was younger going out to drink in America, right? And all my friends would go out and drive their own cars to the bar. And there was this one time where the vibes were right. You know those nights where just like you guys are catching up, having a blast. And at the end of the night, we had to decide like, how the hell do we get home? You know, I drank too much, so my options were get a $60 Uber home, and then in the morning get one back to pick up my car before I get a ticket, or like drive with my friend to one of his houses and then wake him up in the morning early to go get my car. And I'm thinking like, how many people risk driving a little tipsy in America because the Ubers aren't $5? And it's sad. I haven't owned a car since I left America, and I don't miss it because the cities are not designed to have like cars be a necessity. It's crazy. And plus the clubs here, a bottle of tequila at the club, $40. So it's like, there's a lot of reasons, but damn, I'm just thinking today. It hit me again.
Shout out to bro for keeping it real. You see what I'm saying? We don't condone driving drunk. No DUIs around here. You see me? But hey, he's speaking facts. If you live in North America, we all have had them nights. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody got too drunk. Maybe you got too drunk. You drank a little bit too much and you getting ready to go home and you too drunk to drive, but you got to make it home. You had to pay that money for that Uber. If you didn't have to do that, you had a different situation where you needed to take an Uber or gas was just way too expensive and you ain't have enough to fill up your tank. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people that I'm looking at right now is digital nomads moving across the seas. Overseas, moving abroad. You feel me? A lot of these guys, they don't have cars anymore, gang. They don't have cars anymore. Why? They can afford drivers. You see what I'm saying? They can afford transportation to where they get to where they're going more seamlessly at a cheaper cost. You get a chance to save more money overseas. Your purchasing power stretches. Your money goes so much farther when you take that beautiful USD, that amazing CAD, that lovely UK pound to that euro. You take that overseas, baby. You living like a king for real. He not lying with what he's saying. Y'all better tap in for real. Let's get it.
America's finished, the UK's finished, France is finished, but here are some countries that actually got it right. Here is a top 5 list of countries that are actually doing well in the world. Number 1 is a place called Bhutan. If you haven't heard of it, it's a place where they have replaced GDP for happiness. They use gross national happiness as opposed to GDP in Bhutan. That's crazy. Their happiness level is what guides their national philosophy. It's the only place in the world that does that. Despite being a small developing country, they are also extremely sustainable and have huge environmental projects. They are also carbon negative, which means they absorb more carbon than they produce. Again, a very, very rare example of a country that does this. And whilst they're not the richest country in the world, they're still making sure that they take care of the planet, take care of their people, and it truly is an incredible country that not many people have heard of. Number 2 is a country that is so developed when it comes to technology that you would think the USA has nothing on them. It is Estonia. Estonia runs 99% of its government services online, and they are efficient and work incredibly. Do you know how long it takes to file taxes in Estonia? 3 minutes online. That's insane. Estonia is the global leader when it comes to cybersecurity, as well as hosting NATO's cybersecurity, which is insane. That's how strong they are as a small little nation. Most countries are literally arguing about digital IDs, whereas Estonia's files and online information can literally be stored in your pocket. All of it. They are by far the most digitally advanced nation on this planet. 3 is a country that a lot of people would have not expected me to put on this list. It is Rwanda. After the 1994 genocide, people thought that Rwanda was going to fail, collapse, and just be destroyed as a country. But how has that changed? Let's see. Now they're the fastest developing country in Africa, and over 60% of the Rwandan MPs are female. That's incredible, and so far ahead of not just African nations, the entire world. Streets are clean and corruption is low. Crime is lower than it ever has been before, and Rwanda seems to be one of the safest places to live in Africa. From ashes to empowerment, they learnt from their mistakes, and Rwanda is now a very safe place to live, and many people are moving there. Fourth on this list is a country that is silently the most progressive Latin country. It is Uruguay. It has legalized the green, same-sex marriage, abortion, so many things that many other places that are Latin do not approve of. It also ranks as Latin America's least corrupt country, which is really saying something because the countries there have a lot of corruption. Their foundations are rock solid, the people are humble, the government is also humble, and they actually care for the people. A very progressive country that most people do not usually think of. And 5 is Costa Rica. No army, all energy. In 1948, Costa Rica fully abandoned their army and put all of their money into education and healthcare. Today, it ranks as one of the most consistently happy countries in the entire world. Over 98% of the country's electricity is generated from renewable sources. They also have a better life expectancy than the United States. They gave up guns for greenery as well. They have massive efforts in conservation. They have massively changed since 100 years prior. Those are a list of 5 countries that are actually doing extremely well in the world, and most people in those nations are not complaining.
I don't know about y'all, but Costa Rica sounding like a vibe to me right now. I heard Jaco Beach going crazy. It's a lot of digital nomads out there as we speak, and the tourism is booming year on year. Rwanda as well seems hella attractive. I would love to visit Africa one day, visit my African brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying? So these are 5 countries that people are checking out right now. We got Bhutan, Estonia, Rwanda, Costa Rica, and the other one I can't really remember right now, but you get the picture. We going all across the world right now. We going all across the world. We got to figure out where's the next best place, because I'm going to tell you right now, North America is a sinking ship. Cost of living going crazy. Inflation is never going down. The house prices, they never coming back down. They keep increasing more programming. The food is processed. They don't want you to win. You see what I'm saying? So we got to start really locking in and tapping in and really figuring out, okay, what's the next move? Geographically, where do I see myself living in the next 5 years? These are things that we starting to really lock in on, because this should get really real for real. A lot of people are stressed in America. They don't got what it takes to make ends meet. They live in paycheck to paycheck. They clocking into jobs that they hate. So we got to figure out, okay, cool. Where do we go next to up our quality of life? We're not trying to wait till 70 years old to retire. Nah, gang, we trying to do that now and live the best life that we could live while we're here. We only got one of these, bro. We only got one life to live, and we got to make it every single day. We got to make it count every single day. So tap in. 5 countries, we locking in. Let's get it.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but the only way you'll ever be happy in life is if you pack your bags and you move so far away from your original hometown. Like, definitely plan to come back. I just moved back from living 10 years abroad just to be with my parents in old age. But for the love of God, I've been running into all the people that stayed. Bro, pack up your shit, cut everybody off, and get on a plane ticket to the farthest you can.
If you've been trying to figure out how to get the fuck up out of America the easiest way and the cheapest way possible, this is for you. You can stay in Albania for a full year with no visa, not having to go through all the strenuous paperwork. Just get your butt on a plane and plop down. Thing is, we're going to be using Albania as our base and just traveling all around Europe for a year. The round trip tickets, we are moving to Tirana, which is Albania's capital. First of all, the people there, sweet. Beautiful culture, very sweet people, very welcoming, very easy to get around, very affordable. Definitely have to have a remote job. The apartments out there, you can get a beautiful apartment. It comes fully furnished. We've seen really nice ones, like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That's what we're looking at, is anywhere from about 500 to 1,000. That's our price range, and we've found beautiful ones, like balcony and everything in the city. And mind you, the city is very vibrant. There's so many coffee shops, lounges, bars. They got hookah bars. They got so many restaurants. Like, it's just just a plethora of things to do. Like once you get over to Europe, to travel around, it's so cheap. Like $20 round trip tickets to Amsterdam, to Greece, to Italy. Italy's right across. You could take a ferry to Italy from Albania. We went on vacation there in May for a week and absolutely fell in love.
Albania. What do y'all think? I never really thought of Albania. I knew it as a country, but people moving there, you never would have thought. But this is serious right now. We got people all across North America. They are ready to make that move. We ready. We not waiting no more. We can already tell the next 5 years, hey, North America will be a sinking ship. We got a lot of people from other developing countries still coming in. So overall, I feel like immigration will increase in North America. They're going to be the new Americans. You see what I'm saying? People coming in from Nigeria, India, the UK, different countries of Europe. You see what I'm saying? We got Jamaicans still coming in, different countries all across Africa. So I feel like North America is about to get way more multicultural, while native North Americans will be transitioning out, leaving, going abroad, going to different places, because we making that USD. We making that Canadian dollar. We making that UK pound. We making that euro, right? So all we got to do is monetize it, make it online, and take it to cheaper developing countries where we can live like a king. We living in a window of time right now where if we move like this, we beat the Matrix, gang. The best way to beat the Matrix, bro, is to never feel inflation. And this is how we do it. Shout out to her. She going to Albania with her boyfriend. I hope they make it for real. You see what I'm saying? Let's get into the next clip. Let's get it.
So it looks like a lot of us are looking at our options for moving outside of the United States. I am one of you. I have been researching this for years before this has all even happened. I've always wanted to live outside of America, and now my timeline is expediting. So these are all of the options that I'm exploring and all of the options that I found so far. First is teaching English abroad. A lot of countries like Spain, Japan, other European nations, whatever, have a lot of programs like this where you can go into a school and help teach English. I've met people that have done it before. It is legit. They help you with finding housing. They help you with your visa situation. Some programs you have to pay for a training, some you don't. All you need, I believe for most, are a degree and to obviously speak English fluently, so not that hard to be able to do it. Then is work holiday visas. I know that Australia and New Zealand have a version of these. That's just a visa that requires you to work, usually in a more secluded area of that country. For Australia, I believe it's specifically you have to work an amount of days out of the 1 year stay that you're going to be there in a more secluded area of Australia, but there's many options. People have done it all the time, and it's a great way to save money because you're working there and you save money because most of the jobs are, you're going to be there secluded. It's like hotels or resorts or some type of service industry where they provide housing for you at a cheaper rate or free. Then, and you're able to save up the money. Then there is citizenship through bloodline / colonization. I know that Spain has a program for an expedited citizenship if you are a citizen of a previously colonized country. That's the route I'm most likely going to take because if you have an EU passport, it makes it easier to travel across the EU. That program that they have is if you were, like I previously stated, a citizen of a previously colonized country, instead of a 10-year track to become citizen, it's a 2-year track, which is much easier. And then I know Ireland has a similar thing through, I believe, Bloodline. So does Italy. I think they might have closed their applications. I'm not sure. I was never going to chase Italian dreams. And then also another one is getting your education abroad that I haven't mentioned because I might get my master's abroad. That might be another way that I do it. So I know that it can be really daunting. It's not something that you're going to do tomorrow, but if you set up a game plan now, by this time next year, you could be living abroad, maybe even much faster. That's my goal right around now, is to look at all of these options.
Why is it once you travel outside the United States, the goal is to leave America permanently? And I'm not talking about to the Caribbean islands or anything like that. I mean like over the water, like Europe, like out the States. I've been to Jamaica. I've been to Dominican Republic. I've been to Cancun. But recently, I went to Europe, specifically Spain, Germany, Italy. Honorable mention, that's not Europe, Morocco. And after being over there, man, after being over there, everything changed. You know, and it's not just the vacation vibe. Like my girlfriend, she's Portuguese. She's from Germany. So I'm getting like the actual insight and knowledge from her. Dude, they said America is a third world country with a Gucci belt. That's what they said. Countries that are more developed than America, they make fun of us. The countries that are less developed than us, they think America is like the land of the free. And granted, yes, the grass is greener. You know, the grass is greener where you water it. It ain't always green on the other side. You know, it's pros and cons to everything. I get it. But if you've left America, you know what I'm talking about. Like everybody I told them, I said, hey, within 6 months, I'm either moving or I'm backpacking. Either or. And I'm doing it. Everybody I talk to, they say, bro, go do it, because they've been there. They understand the things that America values is crazy, you know, because like even like the work-life balance it's not even a thing. You're not living to work, you know what I mean? Like that's not your obligation. And then in countries like Germany, when you're sick, injured, pregnant, they have a whole different protocol for like the paid leave, and I don't even know what it's called there, but they got a whole different protocol for that. Like you can get your pay, your salary for a certain amount of time, and then it decreases after I guess a certain amount of months, weeks, or whatever. But most places in America, they just snip you, you know? Like
America is cooked. You feel what I'm saying? When you live here, you're cooked. Point blank, period. Majority of people living paycheck to paycheck, cooked. Going to jobs that they hate, cooked. Barely surviving, cooked. Cost of living going up every single day, cooked. Inflation going crazy, cooked. Politicians going crazy, cooked. You see what I'm saying? The programming got y'all locked in a system where y'all think that you need to be here to make it, and this is the best place on earth. Gang, no, it's not. It's a lot of different places on earth right now where people are headed to, upping their quality of life instantly. Now, I will say this. If you making that beautiful USD online and you monetize that and use that across the seas, sheesh, gang, you're going to be living like a king. Your purchasing power going to stretch all the way to heaven, gang. Real shit. You see what I'm saying? Thailand, Vietnam, Colombia, Mexico, just a few places people are going to right now. Brazil, South Africa. You feel me? It's so many different countries right now that people from North America, North American natives are taking advantage of right now. And we loving it because we helping boosting their economy, tourism, and we on the back end, we getting that higher life experience. We getting that higher standard of life. You feel what I'm saying? This shit get really real, for real. You see what I'm saying? It's your boy, Plug World. If you like this type of content, like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Let's get it.